Hi, I'm Phaedra with She Buys Cars. And how often do you get the chance to try out a vehicle with four-wheel drive, but not really get to try out the four-wheel drive? That is not the case this week. I was fortunate or unfortunate enough to be part of a storm of the century. I was also fortunate enough to have the Chevy Tahoe LTZ. I have put it to the test, but one thing I haven't done is tried to drive it in the snow. I can't think of any better conditions than these to try out its four-wheel drive capacity. Next steps, dig it out and put it to the test. Well, here's how far I've gotten. I've been using my trusty Snow Joe to try and get everything off of the Tahoe, and I've had moderate success except for the top of that vehicle, because guess what? That is a tall truck. So this was my strategy. I shoveled away a lot of the snow that was surrounding the Tahoe, and then I tried to see if I could move it out of the driveway. So I stuck it in four-wheel drive, and I had to really gun it, but it came out of the snow, and then I attempted to work around it and try and get the rest of the snow off. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the roof. I think it's important to get all that off before you start driving, especially at any speeds, because you don't want that hitting anyone. But I'm really anxious to take this out in the snow, so I think I may head up and just drive through the neighborhood streets and see how we do. I'm inside the Tahoe LTZ, and if it looks kind of dark, it's because it is. The sunroof is completely covered in snow, but that's okay. I think I can still take it out for a little spin around the neighborhood, and let me show you how I'm going to do that. We've got some controls over here that allow you to put it in two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or leave it in automatic mode where it decides the drive that's best for you. I already know getting out of this snowy area right here is going to require some four-wheel drive, and I'm looking forward to it. I made it out of the driveway, but with one quick stop, all the snow came off the roof, and that's fine. I'm gonna get out and sweep it off right now and keep on with my journey. I've just returned from my venture out in the snow. It's dark, it's even a little icy. That's why I look a little grainy, but I can tell you that this Chevy Tahoe handled that snow and handled that ice like a beast. Now, of course, I drove safely, and I put it in automatic mode, so it would switch between two and four-wheel drive as needed. And the only issue is that our roads are very narrow with all the plowing that's been done. So this thing, I just had to make sure I remembered the size of the vehicle. But in terms of handling the weather, this thing is a beast.